A courageous museum curator blocks Robert Downey Jr.'s charity exhibit over his controversial healthcare stance, igniting a fiery confrontation on the gallery steps that leaves everyone speechless until the director intervenes. But Downey demands answers before moving forward. In the golden glow of a San Francisco evening, the stately Pacific Art Museum stands proud, its glass facade reflecting the city's skyline. Robert Downey Jr., now 60, steps out of a sleek black car, his tailored jacket and signature smirk drawing murmurs from a small crowd of retirees and art lovers gathered on the steps. No longer just a Hollywood legend, he's a philanthropist with a mission to make art accessible. Tonight, he's set to launch a charity exhibit, Art for All Ages, to fund free museum program for seniors, inspired by his mother's love for painting in her later years. His team follows, carrying crates of vibrant canvases, Monet, O'Keeffe, Basquiat, to display for the event. The museum's marble lobby buzzes with staff arranging floor displays and elderly patrons chatting over wine. All eyes turn to Downey as he strides toward the entrance, expecting a warm welcome for a cause that resonates with the 50 and over crowd who cherish art's power to inspire and heal. But before he can cross the threshold, a curator named Clara Mendoza, a spirited woman in her late 60s with a colorful scarf, steps in front of the glass doors, her arms crossed. Her voice rings out, steady but charged with emotion. "Mr. Downey, I can't let you hold your exhibit here," she says, her dark eyes locked on his. "Not until you address what your healthcare comments are doing to my community." Downey's smirk fades, his hands already gesturing in that familiar, animated way. "Excuse me? You're shutting down my exhibit? This is a charity event for seniors, Clara, for folks who find joy in art when life gets tough. And you're telling me I can't do it?" Clara stands firm, her silver earrings glinting. "Yes, sir. Your public stance on privatizing Medicare last year has caused chaos in my neighborhood. My mother, who's 85, lost her coverage because of policies you've endorsed. She can't afford her meds now, and I won't let you waltz in here acting like a hero while families like mine suffer." Downey leans forward, his voice sharp with charm and edge. "Chaos? This is an attack on doing good. Folks, the worst kind. I'm Robert freaking Downey Jr., and you're telling me I can't help seniors in your little museum? People are watching, Clara, and they're not gonna like this. Believe me." Clara doesn't flinch, her tone unwavering. "This is a public museum, Mr. Downey, but I have a responsibility to my community. Your healthcare comments stirred up protests here, retirees picketing, families scared. I can't let your exhibit turn this place into a battleground. My patrons, most of them seniors, deserve peace." Downey waves a hand, his voice rising. "Battleground? The only battle is your decision to block a perfectly good event. I've got donors coming, big donors, the best people, and they're ready to support our seniors, our art. You're stopping that? You're stopping inspiration?" Clara's eyes narrow. "I'm stopping trouble, sir. Last time we hosted a high-profile event tied to politics, we had to call security because protesters blocked the parking lot. My patrons, retirees, art lovers felt unsafe. I'm not risking that again. Not on my watch." Downey points a finger, his voice booming across the steps. "You're making a huge mistake, Clara. A massive mistake. I've been to museums all over the world, the best museums, and none of them ever pulled this nonsense. You think you can ban me? I'll sue you. I'll sue this whole place, and it'll be the easiest lawsuit I've ever won. Trust me." Clara holds her ground. "Go ahead and sue, Mr. Downey. The law's on our side. Public venues can refuse events that risk disruption. You can't force your way in here." Downey's eyes flash, and he steps closer, his voice dropping to a serious tone. "You think you're clever? Huh? You think you got all figured out? Let me tell you something. I've dealt with people like you before, and I always come out on top. Always. This isn't just about your museum. It's about freedom, about giving back. People have a right to support my cause. You're stomping on their dreams, and I won't stand for it." Clara shakes her head, her voice steady. "This isn't about dreams, sir. It's about keeping my museum safe. Your exhibit might mean inspiration to you, but to my patrons, it means chaos. I've got seniors coming for quiet gallery tours. Families here for a calm evening. I'm not turning my steps into a protest zone for your Hollywood spotlight. Downey throws his hands up, his voice echoing. Protest zone? You're the one starting a war here. Clara, I'm trying to help people, make their lives richer, brighter. My Art for All Ages program, it's the best. It's going to bring beauty to folks who've earned it. And you're standing in the way of that. You're standing in the way of America's seniors. Clara counters quickly. I'm standing in the way of disruption, Mr. Downey. Your healthcare comments last year about cutting Medicare funds have families like mine scared. Some agree with you, some don't, but either way, it's a mess out there. I can't have that mess in here. My patrons deserve better. Downey smirks, shaking his head. You know what your problem is, Clara? You're scared. Scared of a little noise, a little action. I've been dealing with crowds my whole life. Paparazzi, fans, you name it, and I never back down. Never. You think a few protesters are a problem? That's nothing. You should be thanking me for putting your museum on the map. Clara's tone sharpens. Thanking you? My museum's reputation is on the line, sir. I've got a community to serve, not a celebrity circus to host. If I let your exhibit happen, I'll have to deal with the fallout, media swarms, maybe even vandalism. I'm not taking that risk. Not for you. Not for anyone. Downey crosses his arms, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Oh, you're a real hero, aren't you? Protecting your precious museum while seniors miss out on something special. Let me tell you something. I've got the best lawyers, the best team, and we're gonna fight this. You think you can stop me? You can't stop me. I'll find a way. I always do. Clara responds, her voice calm. You can fight all you want, Mr. Downey, but my decision stands. You're not holding your exhibit here. Period. Find another venue, and do it fast before your donors start asking questions. Downey's tone shifts, more calculated now. You think you're so smart, huh? Let me ask you something. Clara, who's paying you to pull this stunt? Because I know how this works. I've seen it before. Someone's behind this. Someone who doesn't want my program to succeed. Who is it? The insurance companies? The unions? Tell me. Clara blinks, caught off guard, but recovers quickly. No one's paying me, sir. This is my decision, mine alone. I don't care about your Hollywood drama or your politics. I care about my museum and my community. That's all. Downey waves a hand, his voice booming again. I don't buy it. Not for a second. You're hiding something, Clara, and I'll find out what. Mark my words. I've got the best people, and we'll dig until we get the truth. But fine. You want to play hardball? Let's play hardball. He turns to his team, motioning for one of them to step forward. Get my legal team on the phone. Now, we're going to look into this museum, this curator, everything. Clara watches, her expression unchanged. Do what you must, Mr. Downey, but my decision isn't changing. Your exhibit isn't happening here. Downey turns back, pointing a finger. You're going to regret this, Clara. You really are. I came here to do something good, something great for our seniors, and you're standing in my way. But I'll tell you what, I don't lose. I never lose. I'll make this exhibit happen, with or without your museum. Clara nods, her voice calm. I wish you luck, sir, but you'll need to do it elsewhere. My staff can escort you away if you'd like to leave now. Downey stares at her for a long moment, then lets out a loud scoff. Escort me away? I'm Robert Downey Jr. I leave when I'm good and ready. But you know what? I've got better things to do than argue with you, Clara. I've got a cause to fight for, a great cause, the best cause. Before he can turn away, a voice cuts through the tension. Mr. Downey, please. I apologize for this. It's the museum's director, Harold Grayson, a wiry man in his 70s, hurrying down the steps with a look of alarm. He turns to Clara, his tone sharp. Clara, what are you doing? Step aside. This is Robert Downey Jr., and we're here to host a charity event, not cause a scene. Harold faces Downey, his voice pleading. Sir, I'm so sorry for her actions. She doesn't speak for the museum. Please come inside. We're ready for your exhibit. But Downey holds up a hand, stopping him mid-sentence. No, no, hold on. I want to hear her out. I'm not stepping inside until Clara gets her answers. Go ahead, Clara. You've got my attention. The crowd falls silent, stunned by Downey's response. Harold freezes, unsure, as Clara steps closer, her voice trembling with passion. Mr. Downey, this isn't just about my mother. It's about thousands of seniors like her. I've talked to families across the city, people who've lost coverage because of the healthcare changes you supported. My mother used to paint every day. Now she can't afford her heart meds, and she's too weak to hold a brush. Your words carry weight, and they've hurt people I love. Downey listens, his expression softening slightly, though his tone remains firm. That's a serious claim, Clara. I'll be straight with you. My comments were about making healthcare more efficient, not hurting folks like your mom. But if families are suffering, that's not what I'm about. I'm about making America better, not tearing people down. Tell me more. What's happening to your mother? Clara nods, her voice steady. She's on a fixed income, like most of my neighbors. After your push for privatization, her Medicare plan was cut. Now she pays out of pocket for pills that cost $400 a month. She's skipping doses to save money, and it's breaking her. I know other families going through the same thing. Seniors who can't afford care, who've lost their independence. Your exhibit might help with art, but what about their health? Downey rubs his chin, glancing at the crowd before turning back to Clara. That's not right. If your mom's getting hurt by this, that's a problem. I don't like problems. My push was for better care, not less. But I hear you. Something's gone wrong here. I'm not saying I agree with everything you're saying, but I want to understand. Clara presses on, her voice pleading. Then do something, Mr. Downey. You got a platform, a voice. Use it to help seniors like my mom, not just with art, but with the care they need to live. I'm not against your exhibit, but I can't stand by while you act like everything's fine. Families are hurting, and your words help cause it. Harold steps forward again, nervous. Clara, that's enough. Mr. Downey, let's get the exhibit started. I'm sorry for the delay. But Downey waves him off, his focus on Clara. No, I said I want to hear her, and I meant it. We're not moving until this is settled. He turns to Clara, his tone serious. You're saying this is happening to a lot of seniors, not just your mom? Clara nods. Yes, I've heard from neighbors, friends, people who've lost coverage or can't afford their meds. They're not protesters. They're just trying to survive. But your comments gave lawmakers cover to cut programs. Seniors are paying the price, and they're scared. Downey shakes his head, his voice commanding. That's not what I want. I want the best for America's seniors. The brightest programs, the best care. If your mom and others are getting hurt, that's a problem I don't like. Clara, you're saying these cuts are hitting hard. Clara nods again. Harder than you know. My mom's not alone. I've seen families sell heirlooms to cover medical bills. It's not fair. Downey's eyes soften, sensing her sincerity. So, what do you want to do, Clara? I'm here for this exhibit, but you're saying there's a bigger issue. Lay it out. Clara takes a breath, her voice firm. Use your voice. Speak out for seniors who've lost coverage. Push for better healthcare access, not just art programs. My mom loves painting, but she needs her meds to keep going. Help families like mine, and I'll step aside. Downey pauses, his voice quieter now. You're serious, aren't you? You'd risk your job to make this point. Clara nods. Yes, I've worked here 20 years, and I've never seen families struggle like this. I can't stay quiet, not even for you. Downey chuckles softly, shaking his head. You got guts, Clara. Most people would have backed down by now. But you're standing here, telling me what's in front of my own exhibit. All right, here's the deal. I'll look into this. I've got people, the best people, who can dig into what's happening with these cuts. If seniors like your mom are getting hurt, we'll find a way to fix it. I'm not promising miracles, but I'm promising to listen. Clara blinks, her voice soft. You'll really look into it? You're not just saying this to get inside. Downey gives her a nod, his tone genuine. I mean it. I'll make some calls after this event. We'll check into your mom's case and others like it. Nobody should be skipping meds to survive. That's not America. That's not what I stand for. He reaches out, shaking her hand firmly. You've got my word, Clara. Now, can I get into this museum and kick off this exhibit, or are we going to stand here all night? Clara hesitates, then steps aside, her voice quiet. Thank you, Mr. Downey. I just want what's best for my mom and others like her. Downey smiles. That Tony Stark spark in his eyes. And you'll get it. We'll take care of this. Clara, you've got a good heart. I can tell. He turns to Harold, who looks relieved. All right, Harold, let's get the show going. We got our to share and seniors to inspire. The crowd breaks into soft applause as Downey strides into the museum, his team following with the crates. Clara watches him go, a mix of hope and uncertainty in her eyes. As the exhibit begins, the lobby fills with the glow of paintings and the hum of excited chatter from retirees marveling at the art. Outside, a small group of seniors lingers on the steps, buzzing about the standoff. Downey pauses before entering fully, turning to address them, his breath visible in the cool night air. Folks, this isn't just about art. It's about you, about making sure our seniors, our parents, our grandparents, have beauty and care in their lives. My mom loved painting. It kept her going. That's what I'm fighting for, and I'm not stopping. Not today, not ever. An elderly man in a tweed jacket raises a hand. Mr. Downey, my wife loves art, but her health care's a mess. Don't forget folks like us. Downey nods, his voice warm. I hear you, sir. We're going to look into that. I promise. You and your wife, you're invited to the exhibit. Front row. A woman in her 80s, clutching a shawl, calls out, "What about Clara?" She's just standing up for her mom. Downey smiles thoughtfully. You're right. Clara's fighting for her family, and I respect that. I'm fighting for you all too. Let's find a way to make this work for everyone. He raises a hand, his voice rising with passion. So spread the word, folks. Art for all ages is just a start. We're bringing beauty back to our seniors, and no one, not a curator, not a policy, can stop us. Who's with me? The crowd claps, their faces lit with hope, as Downey waves and heads inside. Back at the entrance, Clara stands by the doors, her scarf slightly askew. A staff member approaches, hesitant. Ms. Mendoza, was that the right call? Clara sighs, her eyes on the lobby where Downey's voice echoes. I don't know, Lila. I did what I felt was right for my mom and our community. But maybe he'll keep his word. Let's see what he does next. The museum hums with life, the weight of the standoff lingering. A clash of heart, a fight for care, and a canvas yet to be painted. If this moment touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Tales for more stories that spark your spirit and stir your soul. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Downey's clash with Clara? Should she have let him in, or was she right to stand her ground? Let's keep the conversation going.